Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I have a bone to pick with people that make movies that are based on a true story, but they're not. Alright, and the reason why I'm talking about this and the main motivation behind this podcast episode is recently I've been watching the Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix. And it's crazy, 100%. That man is insane. I didn't really know too much about him. I just would read little brief things about anytime when I would hear his name get mentioned, I'm like, okay, let me read little details about this guy. But actually seeing, what this man was all about, I'm like, hey, yo, homie has been crazy since he was a kid. And my thing is this, if all of these things that they're portraying in the show, if it really did happen, then yes, I think that this is going to be a good show. I haven't finished it. I just only watched maybe a few episodes, but yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. And, but no, then let's talk on something that, they overall, the people, the people that were involved they're not really here to, detail what had happened to them. But it was just I feel like what we're more so going based off of is what Jeffrey Dahmer had told the police and stuff. So I feel like that, yes, that's literally the best script that you can go based off of. But if you guys are just going to be coming up with stuff, and I feel like that's what they did with the Tupac movie. At first when I had watched that movie, I was like, hey, you know what, this is good. But then seeing how many people came out, because that's one person that I watch a lot when it comes to that type of stuff, to see, what really happened, what really didn't happen, is the YouTuber that I wasn't talking on not too long ago. He talked on you shouldn't be playing video games if you're an adult because you're depressed or some dumb stuff like that. But DJ Vlad, and no, he does a lot of interviews with people that were cool with individuals that aren't here with us today. And he's done interviews with people that were cool with Eazy-E. He's done interviews with people that were cool with Tupac. And yeah, overall people that were cool with Biggie. And I feel like when they do these movies about these guys, and it's you're watching it because that's one thing that I remember hearing was that when they did the movie Straight Outta Compton, it was the way that they portrayed Eazy-E, people were saying Eazy-E was far more dangerous, or he wasn't portrayed as the guy how they were portraying him in the movie. But there were people that were coming out and they were saying that they really did his performance and stuff. What I personally think is that his performance was overall good, and that was the same with the Tupac movie. Their performance was good on who they were portraying as, but overall what they were doing the movie itself, it was me personally, how they did that movie about Tupac, I wasn't, after watching interviews of people that were overall cool with Tupac, I don't care for watching that movie anymore. And same with the Straight Outta Compton movie. There were some scenes in the Straight Outta Compton movie, and the thing is, I know people are well, the other members of that band was alive. So yeah, I feel like they had their stories down on what they wanted to be told. But overall, I feel that there were a lot of if anything deserves one of them director's cuts that whatchamacallit, the Justice League movie, it needs to be that Straight Outta Compton movie. I feel that there was a lot of things that they didn't talk on and discuss. I'm no, I feel that there needs to be a raw story, a story where it's oh wow, this stuff really went down. In one movie where I was I felt that I was really watching the guy was and because the movie, it was so good, and I'm like, hey, because I feel like that in a movie like that you can't go wrong with it, you know. But overall, no, the movie where I was like, I felt like I was actually watching the guy was American Sniper. I really thought I was watching the Chris Kyle guy at times, because I was like, hey, Bradley Cooper's performance in that movie was freaking goated. That made me a fan of Bradley Cooper and his work, and I'm like, anytime when I see a Bradley Cooper movie, I'm like, I know it's gonna be good and stuff. Even though I really don't be watching Bradley Cooper's movies like that. Bradley Cooper, I highly doubt he's ever gonna hear this podcast episode. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I need to apologize to homie. But no, like, his performance in that movie was, it was good. And I feel like that's a movie that they... Like, I did see, like, some things, because they do have, like, a website that you could go to where it's, like, real or fake. And they'll say, like, oh, well, this person's, like... Because I know at times, like, in movies, like, they're based on true story, when they don't want to involve a certain person, they'll blend them in with another person. I've seen where they've done that movie, or done that a lot in movies and stuff, and I'm like, why? I don't know. But I know, like, for me, because I know people will probably ask, like, you know, what would you want in your movie if they were making a movie about you? I'm like, the real story. I don't want them to be all, like, you know, they blend in a bunch of stuff. I'm like, if my movie has to be like a series or something of movies, okay, then do that. But I don't want them to be like, you know, oh, like, TMossBoss, he had like a duffel bag of, like, you know, of shoes and stuff leaving out of Foot Lockers. I'm like, I've never brought a duffel bag into any Foot Locker. I brought my backpack. I will buy one pair of shoes. I will go back home. Now, if I were to go back out that next day and buy me another pair of shoes, that's a different story. But usually I will have my one backpack. And I know there was one time, though, where I did have two backpacks and I had two pairs of shoes. And that was about it. But other than that, I was like, nah, I wasn't going out. I wasn't out here with a duffel bag of shoes and stuff. So, no, it's like, I feel like that it would be that. Or, you know, TMossBoss had, like, this high-end gaming computer. No, I didn't. I'm like, my gaming computer that I have right now is, I would say that it's average. Like, I would say it's good, but it's average. You know, it's not like a top tier, I spent $4,000 or $5,000 on it or something. No, it was like $1,700, $1,800. It got, like, the job done, but at the same time, it wasn't, like, the top tier gaming computer of all time. Like, it still has its issues and things, like, with some games. Why, I don't know. I thought I bought me a top tier computer, but I guess I didn't. So, what other things? Like, or they make it seem like that my whole room was just filled with shoes. I'm like, I got one wall in some aspects of my room where they got shoes, but it ain't like my whole room where it's like I gotta do like a jump everywhere. I can walk around my room perfectly fine and things. Or where some, but it's like they just have it where there's just things in there that's like, you know, that just don't make sense. You know, like I get like where in some cases where if they do like a movie and the location that it's filmed at, it's not the same location that was like actually went down. Okay, I'm cool with that. I understand that. I'm 100%, you know, fine with that. Where it's like if you can't get the house that I lived in and did, you know, my work in and stuff, then okay. Or what are some other things? Or even more so, if the actor don't look nothing like me, but they got a guy that sounds just like. If that's the case, then I'm like, bruh, I will do my own biopic. Like, I feel like I know myself better than anybody. But, or even on some stuff where it's like, if they get the story wrong and they're like, oh, he started content creating, right after high school. No, I didn't. It wasn't until that very next year in 2015 when I decided that I was going to be a content creator. Now, I did create my main channel when I was in high school, but it wasn't like, oh, right then and there, I want to live out my content creating dream and stuff. And went like, yeah, I would do videos here and there. I wasn't serious about it and things, but no, like, I'm overall, like, I would like to think that if a biopic was to be done about me, that I'm alive to be there and be all like, what's this? Who is this? What you guys got going on right now? What's all this stuff? I don't know what this is, but when did this happen in my life? I'm like, I don't remember this scene happening. Cause no, I will 100%. Cause no, I'm gonna talk on an individual that actually did that not too long ago. But if there was a movie being made about me, right? Cause no, I remember there was a time when like some hater made a documentary about me, and I'm like, okay, I know this man ain't did no research and there ain't no information. He's just going based off of some YouTube videos he's watched and some beefs that I've been in. But overall, this man don't know absolutely nothing about my life. But he's gonna so-called have himself do a documentary about it. I'm like, man, if you don't get up out of here with that. So, anyways, but no, like if they were to do a movie about me, right? And there were no scenes that or there were scenes in there where I'm like, what does this got to do with me? What is this scene? When did this happen? Why is this going on? What's going on here? I will call them out. I will 100% call a movie out for some stuff like that, or call some people out for that. I'm like, I don't know who you guys contacted. I know you guys definitely contacted the wrong Tyler Moss for this movie. Y'all must have contacted that hockey player in Canada named Tyler Moss, because y'all definitely ain't contacted me over this movie and stuff. But no, a person that actually did do that. No, and they did that in the Tupac movie. But no, recently Hulu decided to come out with a Mike Tyson series. And Mike Tyson, he was quick to call Hulu out, because it was like they didn't like give him a call or like talk to him about that TV series or anything. They just went ahead. They're going based off of what they seen on the internet. And I'm like, that in my opinion, if you're going based off of the internet, and you're not going based off of like, and the man is alive, he's still here. You guys could have very well contacted him to, be a part of this show, but you didn't. And you're expecting this to take off. Nah. I'm like, and the thing was, it's like, because after I had seen the trailer, I was going to check it out. But once I had seen that Mike Tyson wasn't behind it, I'm like, hey, because I know Mike Tyson did say that he was gonna come out with like a movie of like based on his life, and he was gonna have Jamie Foxx play as him, and I'm like, that should be good, because if y'all know how talented Jamie Foxx is, I don't see how this movie can go wrong. So that's why I'm like, nah, I will wait for that. But I'm like, I don't plan on checking unless I get Hulu for free or something. And I did have it for free at one point in time, and I messed up with my Spotify account and things. I was so mad about that. I'm like, dang, man. I was like, I wish. I'm like, because I freaking had it, bro. I freaking had it, and I messed up and things. But anyways, but no, like, that'll be the only way. I'll check it out, and if nothing's appealing to me, well, then again, I'm like, if I were to watch it, I'm like, okay, well, I know any of this ain't like actual factuals and stuff, so that's why I'm like, I ain't gonna be all like, oh my god, I can't believe Mike Tyson did that. I can't believe he did, because like, yeah, I don't want them to be all like, if they do a movie about me, all like, oh yeah, TMossBoss, he got into a fight with Batman. No. I argue, and this is actually true, but this happened back when in 2015 and stuff, when I was like just starting off with like reaction videos and kind of was taking YouTube seriously. But no, I had got into it with the guy that was portraying as Batman. He did like these videos where I think he would go on Omegle or something like that. And no, me and him, we bumped heads a little bit, because he was cool with some people that I wasn't cool with, and then I was cool with some people that he wasn't cool with. So yeah, me and him, we did cross paths for a little bit, but other than that, it was like, I want them to be all like in the movie. I'm sitting down in the movie theaters, I'm all like, hey yo, why do they got Batman? And then I see the guy that's playing as me, and they're all like, oh, this is the scene where TMossBoss got into a fight out in public with Batman. I would stand up in that movie theaters and just look at everybody and just be all like, go home. Everybody just go home, because I'm like, this ain't based on no true story. This is I have to say that it's like loosely based around my life, but it ain't based on no true story. No, I'm like, and that's the thing where I'm like, people, we gotta stop looking at based on a true story. It's like everything in that movie is 100% accurate. I feel like that there are people out there that overall know, like, that when they do stuff like that, it's not 100% accurate, because there's websites you could go to, there's articles that you can read, there's YouTube videos that you can look up where they will tell you that based on a true story, quote unquote, based on a true story movie, it's not accurate. That's not based on a true story and stuff. So I think what we all need to just start doing is when they say a movie is based on a true story, they don't mean like it's 100% accurate. They just mean that it's about an individual and we're going to be telling some of his stories in our way of telling the story. But other than that, it's not, we ain't contacting nobody or we ain't doing nothing to like, to make the movie as realistic as possible and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what we need to start doing, because a lot of these movies out here, they are not based on a true story. So anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.